Hi, everyone. It's me, Krylios, Team Racing Productions MC and producer. And joining us today are Jordan and Kimberlee. Hey.
Hey,
Hello.
Krylios. Thank you so much for having us today.
Yes,
It is so. Thank you. Thank you. It is really my pleasure. It's my pleasure to have you all. And I'm excited to hear about what you're here to talk about and what you're here to present. So let's jump into it. But before we get right down into it, I just want you guys to give a brief introduction of yourself to our audience.
Let me go first.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I am Kimberlee. I am a 33-year-old Black transgender woman, currently residing in the DMV, Maryland area. Um, yeah, I'm an activist. I work alongside a lot of my loves, who is such an amazing person. Her, Jakendria, Nana, shout outs to them. They have been such a positive impact on our community, and just one step at a time, just they are very encouraging and uplifting. They give me a reason to live.
Oh,
I love you.
Before I met them, my life was chaos. And I had to pray. I prayed long and hard, and I had to hit my head. But God has blessed me with
I love you.
the most beautifulest people on the inside and out. And yeah, I'm so grateful to be here, blessed beyond measure.
thank you, Kimberlee.
Yes. I
Thank
love you so much, Kim. Um, hey, y'all, my name is Jordan, and I use any pronouns, and I'm a Black queer organizer, storyteller, artist from the DMV area. And me and Kim are here today to talk about our community and some fundraising efforts we're doing centered around creating safety for Black trans women. And just talking about the love that we've created and how that in itself is revolutionary and protects against safety. So grateful to be talking with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And it's our pleasure to be here. Always great having you here with us. So let us talk about this fundraiser. Let's get into it.
Yes. So just to start off, if anyone is looking for like the website or just a quick way to learn more about the fundraiser, if you go to dcsurvivorsupport.org, that's dcsurvivorsupport.org. That's our website. And you can also find us on Twitter at DC Survivor Fund. Yes. And so this is a fund where we're raising $500,000, $500,000 to help 6 Black trans women with their living expenses over 2 years, and to also invest in their dreams. Some people want to start businesses, clothing lines, art camps and collectives to uplift Black trans art. And so we're coming together as a community to do this. And these 6 Black trans women, including Kim, are survivors of abuse in our organizing community. And so it's really a duty to respond to that violence by doing what we can to create safety through providing people with housing and financial stability, and figuring out how we can create alternative realities to outside of the very white-centric, nonprofit, capitalist things that do not address the needs of people who are most marginalized in society.
Certainly. I'd love if you all could share about some of these challenges that many Black trans women go through, that they're severely disadvantaged, and therefore this fund would certainly just be so amazing to help so many people to realize their dreams. Share some of that with us.
Well, speaking from experience myself, being a Black trans woman, we don't get any type of, when it comes to the power in this country, the level of power and the respect, we fall short. We get the crumbs from after everyone has enjoyed a plate of life. We get the crumbs, and to have someone come into your life to deceive you, but tell you different things to, kind of start making you feel like, okay, I can actually live. I can have a voice. I can live life. I don't have to live in the shadows. I can be safe in my community, and that's the lot that us girls waiting on in life. It's already bad enough that some of us have to turn to each other in our community for the love and support that our families, our blood relatives support. We turn to each other. So to have someone come and kind of put a damper on your dreams and tell you a dream, what is there to do?
Yeah.
There's things down that trans women have an advantage of to just live. Like, when it comes to sex work, a lot of us don't want to do sex work, but what other options do we have? We can't work in the normal heterosexual establishments. We can't apartments. We can't get cars. Like, we have to go above and beyond. And a lot of us don't have that luxury.
Certainly. And I am also aware that, so many people, including so many trans people, are creators and artists and budding entrepreneurs and, have so many ideas and so many talents, and they are not invested in. They're just not invested in. So I know that this fund is such a wonderful way of providing that support, providing that funding for all these, wonderful, beautiful trans people that make up our community, that have all these ideas and talents, and to put them together to see it come to fruition. So I know I'm so happy that this is out there, and I'd love for everyone to donate as much as they can to provide support. Thank you.
Yes, for giving us that opportunity to have a voice, being a part of the good side of, our people. Because if you think about it, a lot of trans women are getting killed by our own people. They don't want to speak on it. We can talk about racism all day, but we don't talk about the phobia. How can us as the Black community move on if we can put our differences to the side and understand that it's something special about us Black people. It's something good about us Black people, but we just got to cut down the hatred.
Yes.
And I feel like with that can be like a key to us really finding our inner God, our inner higher self.
Yes, that divinity, honey, that divinity, because we are divine beings.
Yes, we are.
Trust me, I love it.
Another thing that the fund is really focused on is like providing funds and things for survival with no strings attached. Because what we see a lot in like philanthropy and charity, like the few funders or nonprofits who do provide resources to Black trans folks, oftentimes we see exploitation that comes along with it. With this particular circumstance, there's a trans collective in DC run by a white trans person who is also marginalized, but has been really systematically abusing the Black trans people who they have been housing, whether it's like physical abuse, verbal assault, threatening people to be kicked out, withholding pay, and kind of dangling this idea of, I'm the reason why you are surviving. Without me, you would have nothing, which is like fundamentally antithetical to liberty and freedom.
Certainly.
And it's something that, with this fund, a team of survivors came together and they were like, some were homeless because they were either kicked out or couldn't live there anymore. And it's like, we have to do something. We can't let this go on. We're seeing other young trans and queer people get roped into this situation that they have no idea that they're getting into. Yeah. How can we disrupt this abusive power dynamic?
Yes.
How can we meet people's immediate material needs? And how can we model internally within our own community, like the true love and empathy and like really letting people be themselves, who they are, and investing in their dreams. Like, how can we model that inside?
Also, I wanted to say, with this whole survivor support thing, it can really open the eyes to the next generation.
Yes.
We can have a voice, yes. And we can have support. And I was thinking myself, and I want to shout out Aya with Baltimore Safe Haven. She's doing an amazing job down there. I really want to give a shout out to her, because there are the girls in the community, because we have been them girls where we would be in a 2-bedroom and it's like 6 of us. And to see her make a change is beautiful. So yeah, shout outs to her. And I think we should have something like that in DC too, where, we don't have to have a white face, representing for the Black faces.
Wow.
Who, can identify, can understand, because they've been there before. This community, they need that mental, that emotional support, because like I said, we all have been them little girls before. So, me being the auntie to them, like, I can sit them girls down and change their whole life, but it's more so the drive, the inspiration, the motivation, like people that's there to help you. Like, this is going to help us more so get the trans community that's in the next generation and the ones to come, give them a better path,
Yes,
show
yes.
the right path, don't do this because I've did this before, yeah.
And I love that this fund right here can support people down the line, and create a new world for trans people where they don't have to go through the struggles that currently plague the community, where that is lessened as we see our future trans siblings all around the world, hopefully being able to have a much better and less challenging life. So for everyone who wants to support the fund, who want to donate, where can they go to make sure that they are doing that?
If you go to, so we have 2 places you can go. We have our main website that we just launched this week. It's dcsurvivorsupport.org. dcsurvivorsupport.org. You can also find us on Twitter at DC Survivor Fund. But when you go there, our actual donation link where you can make the actual donation is on the screen. Give butter, like butter on your toast, givebutter.com/survivor support fund. And we're trying to raise $500,000. It's a lot of money and it would make a lot of difference. And we know that the money is out there. And it's just about us all really understanding that we are each other's business. We are each other's business, and it matters. If my sister is struggling, it matters. And it is our duty to look out for each other. It's an honor to be able to look out for each other, to be able to build community with one another, and to be able to invest in what people already know to be true about their lives, about who they are, about what they want. And just redistributing resources so that people can be their full selves and live their
100%, 100%. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Kim, for joining me today. It has been such a pleasure. And everyone, all those links will be in the description below. Make sure you go and donate. And thank you both for the work that you're doing in our community to uplift others, to inspire others, and to make the future a better place for the queer community altogether. Thank you so much. And to our viewers, thank you for following us on all social media at Team Racine. And most of all, thank you for watching. Bye, everyone.
Bye.